Morning, Michelle again in Ghana. Letting off for some frustration. Carissa laughing at me. So she laughing, say I'm going to be letting off steam, venting. I don't know. I don't know if it's venting, cussing, complaining, whining, whatever. Venting, I guess. It's just like it's a level of pressure. It's just building. I figure I have to release it because I keep wondering, and then it's like two things in one day. Because I got up this morning, I paid the architect who is doing the plans. So for those persons who don't know, the architectural plans was not done from a hours prior to, right? I'm just doing them. And the price suggested initially was 200 for the architect and 1.5 for the permits. When I spoke to the gentleman said 3.5, right? I remember clearly. And I said 3.5. I was told 2 by the person who referred him. But I said, well, that was months ago. Maybe things have changed. Well, things are always changing, right? So I didn't beat it down too much. But I'm mentioning this caution so that I can get to the point eventually. So I said he sent me a breakdown after I started complaining about it. So maybe he doesn't remember the follow-up too. And he sent a breakdown, and on the breakdown he had architectural design and 3D 3000 GHC. Then below that, structural design 1000, electrical 1000, plumbing 1000. And then below that now he had 500 for printing. So based on the fact that 3.5 was mentioned, I am saying, okay, this is just a breakdown of the 3.5. Okay? So this morning when I sent the balance of 1,500, and he was talking as if I had not sent all the balance. I said, remember you said 3.5. So I couldn't understand what he was saying. Then he was saying if I looked at the invoice. So I was wondering what I missed on the invoice. So I went back, and it's a loose term calling it invoice. Just as I say, that's exactly what was on it in list form. All right, so I went back, looked at it, and I saw the same thing I thought I saw. Architectural design and 3D 3000 GHC. Below that, 1000 for structural design, plumbing design 1000, and the electrical. So plumbing, electrical, and structural. Now, correct me if I'm wrong here, but structural design, as far as I'm concerned, is the actual layout of the building, the floor plan. Because when you're doing, and correct me again if I'm wrong, when you're doing an architectural design thingy, is the floor plan, measurements of the room, and so on. Now this person, I assume, would have come to the house. They didn't, but they did ask for the actual plan that I used for the design, and I sent that, and he made adjustments as we go along, and we went back and forth, right? So structural design is again, correct me if I'm wrong, is part of the architectural design, the structural, the plumbing, and anything. And then correct me again if I'm wrong. I know things done in Jamaica is not always the same done here in terms of how things roll out, but all of that is a part of a complete plan. You put it in the plumbing, you put it in the electrical parts where they are to go, and you put in the basic floor plan, or the floor plan. I don't know if you call it basic, because the floor plan is the floor plan. You have to put in the details and the measurement and so on. So when I looked and I said it, he's saying that the architectural design and 3D 3,000 that I'm looking at is a separate thing from the structural, the plumbing, and the electrical design. So it is that 3,000 architectural. Now, again, correct me if I'm wrong. If I am doing a plan for submit for a permit, why would I need a 3D representation of it? Also, I have said time and time again, I already built the house. Creating a 3D to me is useless. It's useless to me at this point, especially too considering that I'm building a step at a time. The end result, me not have the vision of this end result. Anybody who can have the vision of how it's going to look at the end, fine. I don't have that. Why I don't have that? I asked for a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom house, and I came here. I did a plan that somebody suggested to me. It's not a dream house, it's a house. That's me. That's to me. Also, when I came here and saw, when I first saw the inside, there was a wall that to me was blocking my view of the kitchen and the back area. And I said, I don't want that wall here. I'm not a wall person. I like open plan. I didn't get the open plan I want. So that was a first no. Right? I didn't get it. Don't make no sense I kill myself about it. I didn't get it. So I move on, but I needed that wall removed. The point I'm making is when you build something like this at the pace that I am building it, there are many adjustments you have to make. It's not going to turn out exactly one way. You may have an idea in your mind of how you want it. I don't have an idea in my mind of what the design is going to end up looking like. After I put in the things I want, I may decide to add certain things to change how it looks overall. But at this point in time, it is of no consequence to me. Right? So, why am I saying this? The 3D design is of no importance to me. It's not going to help me to get the permit. It's not going to help me to have a better view of what I should look for on the house. Nothing. So, it wasn't discussed. But anyway, I said to him, that does not say architectural design. To me, it's just architectural design, the overall thing. Why would I assume that that is a separate thing from doing a structural plan, an electrical, and a plumbing? I don't know. Help me out, people, because I know I'm clueless, but to me, I don't know. Anyway, that was the first ruination of my morning. Right? Because I have never liked the idea of people doing work for me and I undercut the price. If he said to me from beginning it's 6,500, I could tell him right off the bat that I am not paying 6,500 for a plan. I know he said 3,500. I know I debated the 3,500. So to be told at this point that it's 6,500 cedis, and I should know by looking at what he had, architectural design 3 and so on and so on. But so what you should have done is explain that. You did not. Anyway, he conceded that I have explained he's okay with it, because me, I was thinking just send back my money and keep whatever you have there. Him do the work already and whatever. So he says he's going to forward the plans. I am hoping nothing is wrong with it and it can actually be submitted for me to get the permit, because that would be another disaster. Fast forward now to the roofing sheets that I've been trying to get. Alu zinc is what I got initially, and that's on it. I am told recently that part of the problem with water coming in the top is because the ridge gap is too small. When I measure it, it's 1 foot. I'm being told that you can actually have a ridge gap that is 2 or 3 feet wide, right? So your ridge cap bend to facilitate curving over the ridge of your roof. It can be more than 1 foot in width, right? So that could be part of the solution. The other part was get a thicker sheet of the alu zinc, get thicker sheets and overlap along the ridge of the roof, then cap it. So I had ordered spoke to this place, ordered it. They gave me a lineup of 0.5 in terms of thickness, 3.5, 4, 4.5, and the prices. I didn't write it down, sadly. My mistake. When I went back now with the money, I asked to look at the sizes again. The person who gave me the first wasn't there. The assistant was there. They said they don't know, so they called the person. He said, it's like me thinking there's different thickness was a dream. So the assistant said to me, the price is either 1,000 or 1,250. I went there thinking that I know I heard higher than that. But I said, okay, I'm assuming 1,250 is the thicker one, right? So go ahead with that one. Give me 2 packages. Each package holds 20 sheets. I said I'd buy 40 sheets. I have 14 sheets on one side and 14 sheets on the other, so 28. And then the balance of that now, if it can help me fix my cob or help me fix my fence and my brother fence, it's not going to be wasted, right? Or it can go on the roof. But anyway, so I sent the guy. I'm not going to talk about how long I kept hearing tomorrow, but I sent the bubble for it this morning. When the bubble came, I'm hearing that. I looked at it. I must say, but this is the same exact sheet I have on the roof. When I call the place, they're saying that that's the price I paid for. So I told the gentleman exactly what happened, the conversation I had with the assistant. He's telling me the thicker ones for a 20 pack is a 1,600. So I said, well, I can't afford a two pack, so I'm going to send it back. Because this is the same sheet. This is the problem I'm having. Right? And then no aluminum zinc sheets. I heard I could use those and do the gap, even if I don't get the ridge cap. So I asked him for 4 aluminum. If 1,006 is taken off the money, I end up with 900 refund. So I said, give me about 4 sheets of aluminum. That's not going to be wasted. If the 4 is too long for here, I'm hoping I get a piece to put over my door because water coming through the door. And people, another thing, when I opened the back door, tried to open the back door this morning, it wouldn't open. I had to pull the lock apart. I'm not a carpenter, but I just couldn't think. I couldn't fathom sitting down and calling around to find somebody to come look at it. This is an immediate problem, right? So I was there beating it. Hit the door now. Accidentally hit my hand against this little knob at the bottom of the lock. I think my hand is still numb, and that's from this morning. So I had to call Carissa as usual, and she and I pulled the lock apart and tried to fix it. After we put it back together now and turned the key, it worked. So we locked the door. Opened it again, it couldn't open. So I don't know what she did and finally opened it. I told her not to lock it back. But after all of that, we realized there is this little rubber piece that goes around the perimeter of the lock that has to go on it. I think if it's not on it, water seeps through easily and probably go into the mechanics. So I probably have to take it off again. But I had to pay the Ababaya 200 cedis to bring up all of those things from all the way to the hardware to up here, Lion of Judah. Then him have to carry it back. Now when that man get the correct things, then I have to go pay if he come back up again. Understand me stress? Yes. So I'm still bemoaning it. I'm trying to find a zen moment in my head and just release it to the Most High. And just take some deep breaths and calm myself down because it's really getting to me. Then now, people, I lock up the gate, right? I have the walkway part. I shovel dirt and I fix it. Let me show you the gate. This is the lizard that Milo caught one day. Where are you going? Let me see if I can show you. Oh, he's running. Let me tell you. See him there? That big lizard there. He moved, he got caught, escaped. Then I didn't see him for a long while. And since the man put up my post, them all of the lizards them move in to the post. That's because it's hollow coloredly, you know. I haven't filled it in yet. But I'm telling you, seriously, all of them move in to the post. Oh, I'm steady, I true. I become distracted, you know. I wear him then now. I only seen him head. I'm wondering what's going to happen when I start filling in the pockets. Because in the middle where the thing is hollow. So you have to pour concrete in it on each of them. So I wonder what they're going to do when you pour it. I'm hoping they're in there when it's pouring. But maybe I'm not that blessed. But anyway. One length of that. That's not the board. I'm looking at the board. And well, anyway. So many things going on. Sorry people, I'm all over the place. But anyway, I'm showing you the fence. So this is the outside of the fence, right? So they raised the blocks above the ground, and I've been trying to get the dirt packed so you have a level area. So even with my temporary fence still there, I can actually go on planting my stuff along these parts. Not in the gateway, but here I know I need to fill it in. Because a while ago the bobaya came and I pulled this, and then I remember that I create a little path that the bobaya can come through and go up there and go into the side entrance up there. And I think I prefer that to pull in this yet. So I'm going to try and nail back the mesh that I just cut. Because that was my first thought, to cut it. Now, some of the fences, instead of having that, what you call now, vertical, no, that's horizontal. The wall is horizontal at this, across. And this vertical block that you're looking at, I'm asking the man why that is there. He says, instead of casting it, they're going to build it like that. No, the thing is, I only want this for the time being because I don't have enough cement and block to finish the wall completely. So I found out yesterday that the gentleman, he is coming all the way from Elmina. So the fare him want couple days work, like 3 consecutive days, and him prefer contract work. So it doesn't seem as if he's spending his money on fares, because it's 60 he pays to come and 60 to go back. So that's 120 out of the 200, because he's at 200 per day and the labor 150. But anyway, so this path now right beside my fence, yeah, takes it right up, and this is between my properties. This is still on my property, except that one is not yet debushed. So right up the middle here is where the bobaya went a while ago, and then go into the middle of my property, come back to the front, parked at the step and unloaded, and then he went back out that way. So I think I'll continue to do that for the time being. And then in terms of this that I already made the guy cut, I'm going to get some nails and fix it back. I have gotten my nails, my hinge and bolt to put on this gate thing that I started. So I'm hoping I can sort out the gates completely today, so it swings in and out instead of us, you know, sticking it, keeping it closed with sticks and blocks. Anyway, that another, it's not the gate me did talk about, but me feel calmer, to be honest. I feel calmer. I'm gonna put everything in the perspective. It's just one of those days, so I thought I'd share it. But there are things I've said that people can learn, and you can understand the frustration too that comes with it. Because guys, you see me talking all the time, and every time I feel upbeat, you know, there are times when it's dragging. You know, the constant problems. The front door, a problem with locking. Then getting up this morning to see the back door start having problems. I felt a little itch last night when I was unlocking the stick. I said, Lord, I don't like that stick. But I didn't expect it to suddenly come open. So now I have to worry about that. I'm not going to worry about it till later when I'm locking up. And then tomorrow morning when I get up. But these doors too, how do they get? Is it being open too constantly? That shouldn't be a case because it's a door that you have to use for years. So I shouldn't be having these problems with them already. So I don't know if it's just me, because trouble seems to follow me. I don't know if it's just me or if it's everything else. So since I'm the commanding minister, maybe I am the problem. Right? So with the door as the problem, the architectural, now I'm worried about the architectural design. I'm wondering if it's really going to be what do you call it? Submissible. If it can be submitted to me get the permit. Because I really wouldn't like to hear say anything is wrong with it and I can't get the permit as a result of. Right? And then now I was thinking 1.5 for the permit, maybe more than that. So I don't know.